Yeah.
Good. What's your name, man?
Doxy?
I'm Zenify.
There you go. Oh, I was
And I'm Richard Satchel, and you are watching an episode of Greynoise. Welcome to episode 150 of Greynoise, the show where we apparently didn't realize we were on.
I was expecting the Chin intro where we go through the
where we go in actual order.
Okay, let's do it. I'm Doxy.
I'm Zenify.
And I'm Vic.
And I'm Richard Satchel. And you're watching Greynoise, episode 150, the show where we redid the intro. So we are at the Sin Shop as we are every Friday night. The Sin Shop is located at 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in beautiful downtown Henderson, Nevada. We are the Las Vegas Valley hackerspace, something crux. Go to sinshop.org for information about the shop, and don't forget we have several classes and events coming up, including this coming Sunday we've got a class on the shop bot. Next, let's see, August the 3rd. That's going to be what? A month from now.
2 months from now.
2 months from now, we will have the return of Lab Fox.
Nice.
She will be
The Fox. Lab Fox.
It's all good.
The Lab Fox.
Yeah, sure.
Incorporated.com.edu. Okay. And then on August the 5th, there will be a crypto party right here at the Sin Shop, and also featuring Lab Fox. We've got all that and much, much more. To find out more about these and other events, you can go to meetup.com/SinShop. If you'd like to tweet to us, you can do so at Greynoise Media. The best place to interact with the show is our Discord, which you can join by going to our website. That's GREYNOI.SE. And with that,
here's the thing. Like when we started, I was assuming Chin's voice was going to ring through the air and do the usual Chin intro, and then it didn't. You guys looked at me, and I was like, "What's going on?"
You were a deer in headlights.
I was like, "Where are we? What's going on right now?"
So you kind of chinned.
I chinned the intro.
You chinned the intro.
I chinned the intro.
Yeah.
He would be very proud of me.
You know what I noticed about you?
What's that?
Just one consistent thing. So last week when you introed the show, you said Nevada. When you outroed the show, you said Nevada. And when you introed the show again, you said Nevada.
Get your shit together, Satchel.
My shit's together. The first one is for people from out of town.
Yeah.
Because no one outside of the 702 area code gives a damn about Nevada.
Nevada. I don't know why it's such a country
Nevada.
twang.
It's Nevada.
Nevada.
It's Nevada.
It's Nevada.
I literally never say Nevada. I mean, why would I?
You say Nevada?
No, I don't say that at all. I don't say that word at all. It never come up in my life. Where do you live? Las Vegas.
You say Vase or Voss?
Vegas?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Do people say
No,
Vegas?
he said vase
Voss.
or vase.
Oh.
Oh, vase.
The thing you
Who
put
says
flowers in.
vase? it sounds like a super.
Same people who say Nevada.
Makes sense. But I've also, again, never said the word vase in my life.
Vase or
so
vase? That's weird. Yeah. Tomato. I don't know.
Whoever says
Same
tomato.
people. Same people.
See,
Jesus.
people like to say like there's no wrong way to say things, but there absolutely is, and tomato is wrong. Tomato's wrong. Vase is wrong. Whatever.
Nevada's wrong.
Nevada's wrong.
Hey,
Potato.
Your A's are too goddamn strong. Calm down.
It's right.
All right. Sorry.
What happened during your week?
Satchel, you want to start it off?
well, all right. Well, so we're kind of on the subject of words anyway, and I got a bone to pick with the world in general right now.
Wait. Okay.
Because I had something ruined for me this week.
Oh no.
Was it a movie?
Whenever someone did something stupid, I would always go, "Oh, womp womp."
Appropriate?
Yeah, now that's
Appropriate.
screwed.
Why?
Well, you saw what happened earlier this week.
Why?
I probably
Okay,
did.
so someone was talking about one of the kids that's being held at the detention
Oh, yeah,
camps
yeah,
or whatever.
And you said womp womp.
And yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
I didn't.
Okay, right.
Yeah, no. But they were talking about as a 10-year-old, I think that was autistic or
There's a
something.
nine-year-old autistic girl that was separated from her mom at Texas.
Yeah.
DFF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it DFS? DFW?
No, it was Southern Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it was at the border.
Yeah.
It wasn't at
Alright.
one of the airports. It was at the border. But yeah, but then this jerkhole decides to go womp womp. You know, like, oh, I don't care about that kid.
Oh.
Womp
So
womp.
now that's ruined.
Yeah, so now it's
You
totally.
used to say it all the time.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no.
It's like that dude that I don't even know. Was it Corey Lewandowski? Is that the guy?
You know, the guy that was ahead of the Trump campaign for about 6 months.
I mean,
Yeah,
they,
that
they move
asshole.
out so frequently.
Yeah. So, but that guy ruined a thing of mine. He broke my toy. He
Damn.
doesn't even know me.
Well, shit.
You should write him a letter.
Uh,
People fucking hate letters.
Just write him a letter. It
I
says,
bought a new
"Womp
house.
womp."
You know how many fucking letters I get? I hate them. There's so many.
Letters?
I get
There's
so much
26.
mail, dude.
Where?
To my new house.
Why do you get cancel it all?
How?
You go to like don'tspamme.com or something. There's like a thing you can sign up to get off all the lists, right?
Is that real?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would I lie? Look at me. Why would I lie?
All right.
so, yeah, just give your address to this website, and they'll make sure you don't get put on
They
mailing
will
lists.
take care of it for you. I promise.
It's
Yeah,
a,
I
it's a
was
dot
getting-
gov. It's a dot gov.
it's a
is
.gov.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
I'm
know you
not
can
joking.
trust.
I was getting for the first several weeks. I was getting a Census Bureau FedEx package for the last owner, right?
Yeah.
So I never opened it up, and I was like, "Fuck it! Like I don't have to do this, right?" Today I got another one, and instead of saying the last owner's name, it now says current resident.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Damn it!" So I could open this up now, and when I open it up, the letter actually still says the last owner's name. And I'm like, "Rip!" I just threw it. out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you not want to fill out the census?
Well, I have to call them, and that's hard for me to do.
If I have to call anybody for anything, that's a no.
Yeah.
That's a hard no right there.
But
Wow.
so up in this, so even still now, it's still technically addressed to the last person, which doesn't keep me on the hook. Until it says my
Your
name
name.
or current resident on both documents, then I'll fucking do something about it.
It'll never say your name. I don't even know your real name.
There's a lot of people that don't know me.
Carl.
Carl, right? Carl.
Carl.
Coral.
Yeah, I'm Carl.
Coral.
Coral.
It's Coral. Yeah.
So I haven't been here for a
It's
couple
Cisco.
weeks.
Yeah. So what's been going on with you?
So I mean, I want to talk about something that actually we did.
You were stuck in
a
Italy,
couple weeks
weren't you?
ago. I was in Italy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was taking a trip to try all the cheese and noodles, not noodles, pasta.
Now we
whatever.
know you're lying.
Whatever those fucking things are.
Try all the noodles.
So me, Satchel, and Chin went to lunch. It was like probably 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about the concept of
Rubber ducking.
yeah. Who you had never heard of before,
I
right?
had not.
Which not surprised me, but I assumed there was a more common term, but probably not. So for people who don't know, rubber ducking is a thing where you talk to something that's not necessarily to receive feedback, but just to get your ideas out there so that you can usually find the obvious error in what you're doing in a fairly fast way. So like most developers use it when you're doing stuff and something just won't work right. To debug it, you start talking to this duck, a rubber duck, usually, and then you're like, oh, that's why, because it's fucking semicolon isn't there.
So
or
you
whatever
talk
it is.
yourself through it.
You talk yourself through the thing.
By-
You go line by line or whatever it is, concept by concept, and you're like, obviously this is
What do you
what's
think,
wrong.
rubber duck? Do you think that should work?
Yeah, really, that's what it is.
H colon backslash. That should
So-
work, right?
It's always the semicolon.
Yeah.
Me and Chin go to lunch often, and we use each other's rubber duckies all the time.
Yeah.
Satchel joined us for the first time a couple weeks ago, and he used us as rubber duckies. And I feel like you solved your problem
I did.
that afternoon.
Yeah.
Hot
He
dog.
did.
Yeah.
He solved it like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a great lunch.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking you're just like imagining a rubber duck and talking to it.
I
I didn't understand you're using the other person as a rubber duck.
No, me and Chin use each other as rubber duckies
I
and now
do that.
satchels.
I did the exact same thing, except so I was in my office with my coworker, and the backup system for my new company was offline for 2 months.
Jesus.
I wasn't there yet, so when I showed up and I'm like, "Where are the backups?" I'm like, "Oh, they haven't been running." I'm like, "We need to get those up because I don't want my life to be a fucking nightmare one weekend."
Right.
And so I brought it back online. But everything I did, because I was trying to troubleshoot why the fuck this thing wasn't online, I would just say it out loud. And he's sitting, at his desk in our office, and he would just talking out loud, like you said.
Yeah, just talking.
Just helps.
Yep.
Just talking out loud,
Yep.
having just another presence there to say anything, even if they're like, "Huh." Just the mumbles.
Yeah.
It fucking helps somehow.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once you've been working on something for so long, your mind is so wrapped up that you're like, I understand it like at a high level. So it's like it's like an entire package to you. But when someone new comes in, you're like, okay, I've got to explain line by line or whatever by whatever, and then it's like, oh, I see where this thing is broken down.
Does that
it
ever
brings
happen?
that language center processing in.
Right? Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you in dreams?
I don't dream, so that's a no.
It's happened to me in dreams before where I've solved a problem.
Yeah.
And so I'll roll over super groggy. I'll SSH into whatever. I'll do the
What is
quick
your
thing.
life about?
I know
Wow.
it sucks. I hate it. It's because I'm so obsessive.
Take a note. Go back to sleep.
It doesn't work that way. Well, no, actually, it technically works that way. I would SSH in, I would start typing the command and be so tired I'd fall back asleep, and when I'd wake up in the morning, SSH in at work, I'd be like, holy shit, I was typing that. Oh, that makes so much sense.
You're getting real dangerously close to RFing something.
Dude, I
in
hope
your
I don't do
sleep.
that in my sleep.
Oh, that would suck.
The fact that you can get up and SSH in something while you're half asleep, that's impressive.
I mean, yeah.
And scary.
it's
And
not
scary.
Yeah.
Scary is the right word. The word I was
Yeah.
looking for. Scary.
Yeah.
Very scary. Yeah.
I mean, it sucks, but no.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm asleep, I'm asleep.
It's just because it's a form of note taking, like you said, but it's in the command line, and I don't execute most of the time.
Most of the time. Just that
It's
one
the times I do. If I dream about RMF, I'm gonna.
You're like, get up.
Well, it's a
get
good
up
thing
now.
you got your backups up.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
It's-
all I cared about.
Yeah, because you SSH in the middle of the
Yeah.
night and start typing.
I was just telling you. I just told you, right before the show started, I finally got access to those Cisco switches. Literally the second I got access to them and I got in them, I backed up all the configs right away.
Good man.
Literally
Good man.
immediately.
Right.
Because I was like,
you know you'll change them and not remember what you did.
100% know. I will fuck that config up.
I don't think that would work for me because I don't take notes. If you ask any of my previous people that I've worked with, the worst thing about me is that documentation is not my strong suit. I don't write down.
I hate it
shit.
too, but I've been so I'm a sysadmin again, a sysadmin security administrator now. But when I was sysadmin before, I didn't document dick anything,
Yep.
and it bit me hard.
Hard.
And so now that I'm that again, I'm like, I'm taking those extra minutes.
Yeah. So I have a really cryptic shorthand that I know what it means.
Oh, me too.
But I couldn't hand it to anybody else and say, "Oh, here,
Yeah.
follow these instructions," because they're just
That's-
really cryptic and it's just enough that I'll be able to recall.
Yeah.
You look at it, it triggers that memory. You're like, okay. I think we talked about this before. With
Yeah.
the way we talk, the way we take notes and stuff. And mine is the same way. It's like letters, and they're like, what is this? I'm like, oh, that means this whole thing. And they're like, what the fuck?
I'm not at that point yet with my new employer.
You don't wanna get that way.
Previously, I was, right, because it's just shorthand.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's just what happens. So when I'm at the new place, I'm like, oh, I could show people yeah, I'm doing work. Look.
Yeah.
But
That's-
now I'm like, I'm gonna get to that point again. I mean, I fear getting to that point again, but I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, if I had to show your work, boss, it would it would have to change.
I'd
but,
be fired all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'd be
it's-
fired from
it's
because
like-
they're like, hey, Devin or Doxy, can you make a note of this? And I'm like, sure, I'll get around to it. Eventually.
Can you tell us all about it? No.
No.
Mm.
I can show you, definitely. Ask
Yeah.
ask whatever you want. I'll show you right now.
Right.
Document that for the next person. Oh,
Nope.
oh that's going to take some
Yeah.
time.
That
Yeah.
person's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
have
with
to
you.
figure it out just like I had to
I'm
figure
like, just
it out.
sit here, watch me, and we'll go over it. Just
Yeah.
remember. Just remember what's note taking. Yeah.
I remember. You can remember. Come on, get on the remembering train.
Yeah. Get in it.
Today, I'm gonna talk about my week.
Yeah.
Which was today. I had a meeting with I kind of mentioned it to you maybe or some. I had a meeting today with a vendor. They were talking about they're trying to sell me shit like vendors do.
What are they trying to sell you? I'm very curious.
I'm not going to say the company on air.
Okay.
I'll tell you later. But it was a threat monitoring
Oh, okay.
solution.
Oh, network threat.
Yeah.
No.
So I was asking them, questions that I care about, like, is it agent based? Is it sensor based? Is it what the fuck? Like, how does it do its thing, right? And all they would tell me, as far as they would get, was we install a piece of hardware in the server rack. It's not agent based. It's not sensor based. And I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, all right, well, so it's got to be your network like mirroring it, right? Like you plug in your Blinky box into the core switch or something and you mirror it. I mean, no, we don't do that either. But we do everything by IP. I'm like, oh, so it's got to be like port based, right? Like you're doing it by like, you know, whatever ephemeral port it's running on. No, we don't do that either. I'm like, all right, guys. I'm like, how do you think networking works? Yeah.
What kind of fucking magical?
So that's what I'm saying. I wanted to bring it up on the podcast because
it sounds like a piece of magical equipment that you pay them money to put in their.
So I'm not crazy. The whole time they were denying me or just trying to keep it a secret. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's got to be like a protocol I don't know. And let me remind you, these people were saying machine learning and AI the whole fucking time.
Fucking buzzwords.
Deep packet inspection.
100%.
Did they say that 3 times?
They said it 3 times fast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
And freaking I'm sitting there and I'm like I'm really trying to like get it out of them. I'm like there's like this isn't how networking works. Like if I'm gonna put this in my environment, I need to know what protocols I'm gonna allow, deny, like what's happening. And they're just like, well, it's none of those. Like our engineers, like you could talk with the engineer, and I'm like, I'm gonna talk with that fucking engineer on Monday,
Right?
Because and that's why I wanted to bring him on the show because I didn't know if there was some other networking protocol that I didn't know about, but no, it's a black Blinky box.
So are these just salespeople that just don't know one way or the other? What you got?
I think they're there to have you check the box, right?
Yep.
So it's like the SOX compliance or PCI
it's gotta
compliance.
It's got to be a compliance
do you
box.
have a security appliance on your rack? Check.
But it
And
does
that's
nothing.
$10,000 or $100,000 or whatever they want. And
It's gotta be that.
They don't really care.
This was an hour-long meeting, and I'm like,
What kind of logs does it generate?
apparently it fucking doesn't.
No logs.
It generates the right ones. The box is checked.
Yeah.
That would be my question. Like, tell me what kind of logging features is on it.
The part that scared me the most was when they were showing me their demo, how graphically pretty it looked.
Oh yeah. No.
Like,
run.
they had 3D images of
sparkled.
switches and connections, and like
Oracle,
you see,
yeah.
you see the green line. The green line means that it saw something,
Wait.
and I'm like, what?
Why would it be green?
I don't know. It should be red.
Green for go. Right.
Well,
All
it saw something. It detected a
Oh,
threat.
it detected a threat, and the threat was green. That's a good threat. Let it through. It's good.
Yeah.
Let it go.
All
Yeah,
of
that's a good one.
all of the other lines were white. There were like white little sparkly lines going across,
on,
and then
on a black field.
it was a black field, a
Oh,
black deep. Do you use this solution? Do you have this solution?
No. God, no.
Because you know what I'm talking about. So it was all black background. It just looked like 3D switches, lines going everywhere.
Oh well.
It was like, so that was my week today. They bought me lunch. I don't care.
Was
But-
it good lunch?
It was Me Gusta Tacos. Have you ever been there?
I don't eat tacos.
No, that's not what he said.
Have
It
I
was
been
good. It was good.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
Where did it take you?
Me Gusta Tacos.
Me Gusta Tacos.
Me gusta
Yeah.
tacos.
Yeah.
All right.
Me
Do
gusta.
you want to talk about your week?
God no.
All right.
Fair enough.
Perfect.
He doesn't want to remember that shit.
I'm trying to forget it now. I'm on my 3rd beer.
We were going to talk about the recap of E3 because I wasn't here for the last.
so you weren't here.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
wasn't
right.
here. I feel like you
So-
guys had a good discussion already, right?
So we
Okay.
had a decent discussion, but I just wanted to know your take on Fallout because I saw a lot of chitter chatter from you, Satchel, and some others.
I was actually sufficiently impressed with Fallout 76 because I've said this a couple times in the Discord. I've never played a Fallout game before. I've seen them. I know what they're about and everything. Like I've seen them. I'm aware of the game, but I've never played it. But I was so impressed with Fallout 76 and what the possibilities were and what I thought the game was going to be like that I pre-ordered like almost immediately.
So you're excited because I mean there was the whole kerfuffle about more MMO style open world online only bit
Right.
that
Right.
people didn't like.
When I play games now, I want to play with other people. Like, I mean, some games I play by myself. Like, I play God of War. That's a single player game. I'm fine playing that by myself. Whatever, no big deal. But if I do play a game for like an extended period of time, like when I play Overwatch and whatnot, PUBG and all that, I would much rather play with friends because that makes it fun. You're playing together. You're bullshitting. You're talking back and forth. You're having a good time. And like, I don't really care about the online component as far as like people rating me and stuff. I mean, whatever. It's a fucking game. It's gonna happen. I feel like it's just gonna be a good time. It's a good time to spend with friends in a game that you enjoy.
Okay.
So here's the thing. They're basically balancing it to not be PUBG with a Fallout skin, essentially. If you're thinking that you're going to gang up with people and go just kill all the things.
That's actually what I'm gonna do.
You can kill all the things. You can't kill one specific thing again and again.
I can.
You can't.
I can't
Right,
spawn
you can't
camp.
do that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
All I know is
So you said PUBG, like they're not trying to PUBG skin it.
Right.
I'm curious. Well, because has that been like related before? Because like PUBG doesn't have like perks or skills or any of that stuff. It's really just running gun.
True.
I guess.
Right. I guess I'm kind of. That's me bucking against the whole. Oh, it's just a Rust clone with
just
Fallout.
yeah,
and on
they're
top
both
or
shooters.
something. Yeah. They're both shooters, and you build things, so they're clearly the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So like what they're going for is basically if you want to take a path where I just want to, I'm going to open a food stand. And I can make food that's going to give people health or give people certain stats or do this or do that. And I spend all my days hunting creatures and cooking them and selling them. I can do that.
You could do that in Fallout.
In Fallout 76, yeah.
Wait, you can,
Really?
You
Yeah.
can do what? You can cook
You,
creatures.
you can make
Yeah,
can make your own economy.
I mean, I heard
Yeah,
that, but
really?
I'm like, that's
Yeah,
can
I actually
cook-
like
you can do
this
that
now.
in Fallout 4.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
see, I played a game back in the day called Maple Story.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard
Sounds
of it.
familiar.
It's like a 2D side scroller game. I played it in 2006, 2007 era, and that's what I would do. I never got past like level. Like it went up to level like 200, and
Yeah.
I was only like level 56. All I would do is farm shit and open fucking markets.
Yeah.
And I would just sell shit.
Right.
I liked that,
Yeah.
and that's what you could do in this game.
Yeah. You can do that. You can build you can make armor, you can make clothing, you can do all this.
Why didn't we
like,
go over this last week? That sounds way better than what I was thinking about.
Well,
Wait,
so
wait,
I
what did you think it was?
I just thought it was another Fallout game that I can't get into.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
I've literally tried playing all of them. 3, New Vegas, 2, fucking all of them. Literally all of them. And I'd never get past like 45 minutes in because I just get bored.
That's how I was with The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is the only one I played in the series, and I get an hour into it, and then I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah.
And I just stop. I've been trying for years. I just can't get into it.
I don't know why. I think for me, like I've tried to get into single player games, and so this game might actually get me into that. But now I can only do the
Wait, Fallout? I don't think Fallout's the game to get you in a single player.
no,
'cause it's
not
not
at all,
unless-
not at all.
okay
You know, you need to get in 40K.
Warhammer.
Warhammer 40K. Really?
Yeah, the new one, the Inquisitor Martyr, is probably really awesome.
Well, the-
Because right now the only thing I care about are restart shooters, which is PUBG, Overwatch. They're just like you play, then you fucking
Check out
restart
40K.
and
Check
go
out
back
40K.
in. Okay.
Well, yeah, Fallout 4 is a single player, but it's a long-term story thing. Well, it has got a really good story and really good characters in it. But their thinking is that let the players be the characters and create the world that facilitates that.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like. Like did I ever tell you about the special, like how you strength, perception,
You may have. I was drinking
endurance?
last week too.
No,
so I
this
don't
is
remember.
it's similar to that though. But at any rate, there's a thing called special, and each letter has a different thing, and you can minimize and maximize those to your heart's content, and that's how you tweak your character.
Okay.
Anyway, where I'm going with this is you have different professions that you can take based on what you're good or bad at. So you could be a doctor. You know, you can go around healing people. You could be the healer of the group. Now you could also be the badass tank kind of
In
guy
Fallout?
in Fallout 76. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Now in the regular Fallout, you can also skill your person differently. You can make them really good at lockpicks, really good at hacking computers.
That's me.
You know, stuff like that. You can do that there too, but it's going to have a lot more weight in Fallout 76.
Okay.
Okay.
Like it'll go towards like your base building, like what skills people of your
Yeah.
party have and all that. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
like maybe base building would be. I'm just speculating at this point, but maybe base building would be cheaper. Or
if you have
you're-
like a certain perk or
Right.
a skill set or whatever,
Exactly.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Do you think this new method of game is going to appeal to classic Fallout players?
You're a classic Fallout player. Does it
I
appeal
am.
to you?
Well, okay, so now I was in the second wave. So there was Fallout 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there was Wasteland. Then there was Fallout 1 and 2.
Okay.
Couldn't get into a damn one of them. Could not stand them.
They were all top scrollers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fallout 3 came along. It was the first FPS one, and it was really good, like especially for its time. And then I think New Vegas came out 2 years later. It was also really good for its time. But if you look back at them now, they don't look so good. But so as far as do I consider myself a classic Fallout player, depends on who you ask. I was definitely into the old games, and I'm definitely excited about the new ones.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to take it in a different direction. It's in the same world, which I do like.
Yeah, but it's super early, right? It's like 80, 100 years earlier than any other scenario, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
It's only, what is it?
30 years?
Oh, yeah, it's 30 years after the bombs fell. Right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas all the other games were like 200 years.
This is like
in
the
future.
first vault that opened, right? I believe so, or one of the first vaults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I already
Yeah.
pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it mostly to get the beta because
Yeah.
I want to get it on and see how it works. But I'm pretty excited either way.
See, people freak out about like, oh my god, someone's going to try to kill me and all this. Well, yeah, they do that now. They're called raiders.
In like
PCs,
previous.
in the Fallout, Fallout 4
Oh,
and,
okay,
and
yeah.
before, there's raiders, and if they see you,
And
they're going to try to kill you.
Yeah. I'm not. And again, like I said, I'm not too worried about that. But
So there's not supposed to be the mutants in this, right?
I think no,
Because it was before the mutants happened.
Oh, it was before the whole FEV virus, right?
Right.
But there are. I saw them in the.
I know, that's what
in
I was
the
seeing is like,
commercial.
supposedly there's this, the lore says that like somewhere around 180 years after the bomb fell, that's when the virus started taking off. And that's when the mutants happened.
Yeah.
And this happens way too early, but there's mutants.
Yeah.
so it was
So,
something else.
yeah,
They-
so it could be something else.
They made something that was in between.
Between 76 and.
Oh, because there's no human players, they made like intelligent ghouls.
Right,
They're
right,
basically
right.
ghouls that have gone, I guess, past ghoul level, because ghouls can still carry on a conversation, but they can use weapons still. So they can't talk, but they can shoot.
Challenging gameplay.
Yeah.
That's all it is putting in a challenging gameplay.
Exactly.
Which I mean,
Yeah.
I feel it's fine.
I
I want
think so.
I want challenging gameplay.
What about I was just gonna kind of ask you about
Cyberpunk.
I mean, do you want
Do
me
you
to
like
ask you about
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk?
Are you a Cyberpunk guy?
Cyberpunk as a genre or Cyberpunk as the game?
Okay.
So I saw the first teaser for Cyberpunk 2077 4 years ago. Like
It was a
everyone
long
else
It
did.
time
was
ago.
4 years
It was
ago.
it was
I said
5
that-
years ago. It was 2013.
Yeah.
It was 2013. The first teaser for Cyberpunk 2077 dropped in 2013, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. This
Yeah.
is amazing. This is cool. When I watched the new trailer they had, it was definitely a different feel than
The first one.
the teaser, because the first one was like very dark, very Norrish.
Overall, do you think it's still going to be either of the two games that you've seen in trailers when
Yeah,
it
do you think
releases?
it kind of like went down that Bioshock
Yeah.
road?
Oh, like how they changed it. Honestly, I have no idea. It all because I mean the teaser was like 2 minutes long, and I mean it was just like, and I mean even with the trailer they showed at E3, it could still be the same game, but just like a different part of the same game. You know, we've only seen a grand total of 5 minutes of this game they've been working on for 5+ years.
It's been a long time.
And they said I think they said it's not going to release till 2020, 2019, 2020. So I mean,
Wow.
it's going to be a fucking massive
Dude,
game.
those
Yeah.
developers must have contracts the size of
It-
fucking.
Well, it kind of struck me like a Mass Effect kind of crossed with a couple of other games, where it's
Yeah.
like,
No, sorry, go ahead.
you know what I mean? It's kind of like it had everything I saw in the trailer was, it looks like Grand Theft Auto and
Yes.
Mass Effect put together.
Yeah. And I don't know what vibe they're going for. Like the first one seemed like a very like slow paced, more like murder mystery-ish kind of thing, and the new one is like a run and gun action,
Right.
yeah.
and it is a first person shooter from what I've heard. So
'Cause-
I don't know what kind of vibe they're going for. I don't
Okay.
know what the outcome. Obviously, I have no idea.
Interesting.
And they're very secretive about like what they're doing.
They're
with
very
stuff.
I
secretive.
kind of like the look though.
I love the look of it. Love the look. I love that that like futuristic, but also shitty at the same. I mean, futuristic can be shitty, but futuristic shitty look. I love the style of the characters and all that. It looks awesome, but I really wish we could see something. I know they did behind closed doors gameplay, but
I
we
would
haven't
like to
seen
see how the gameplay goes.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
Is it closer to Grand Theft
Like
Auto,
Grand Theft Auto style,
or is it
or-
Mass Effect,
or maybe like a Heavy Rain type of game, you know,
Right,
where
right,
you're
yeah.
it's not so much run and gun, but like a more like
More
a
investigative.
investigative nuance
Ish.
kind of game. Yeah, I have no idea from the
Interesting.
two trailers we've seen. Zero idea what's going on.
Because kind of what I was gonna dive into, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if they showed much of this at all at E3. But I only remember this because of somebody in the audience. I borrowed their game. It's Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I played a decent chunk of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it, unfortunately, because of time constraints. But I remember when that game came out, I was working at GameStop, and that game was hot as fuck.
Like
Like
this.
everyone loved it. So what do you think about 2?
Red Dead. I'm not excited simply because microtransactions.
Are they going to have that?
So, yeah, dude.
Wait, is it EA?
No, it's not EA. It's Rockstar. After Rockstar discovered microtransactions in GTA 5,
Yep.
I can't fucking stand that game anymore.
Yeah, because
Really?
it's going to cost you $150 to get halfway through the game.
At least.
Interesting.
I think
Wait.
they said some of the missions will be locked behind DLC.
What?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they said that.
Right.
That might not
it's,
be
it's
cool.
like 40%.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I haven't played the newest Fallout. Or, sorry, the newest GTA. But what's the deal with the microtransactions?
So-
Like, it's not just cosmetic. Like you.
It's okay. So Grand Theft Auto is used to be mainly a single player,
Yeah.
story based
Oh, yeah.
game. And so when GTA 5 came out, they had a bunch of plans for like expanding the single story mission.
Mm-hmm.
But then they found shark cards, which is the name of their microtransactions for online play.
Mm-hmm.
And once they discovered that people were willing to pay crazy amounts of money for them, they abandoned all the single player updates. There hasn't been a DLC update for single player since the game came out. They were like, oh, it's coming, whatever, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
They scrapped it. Haven't done anything since. All they've been doing is adding more online stuff. And if you don't pay to play, the game is fucking terrible online. It is not fun at all.
Interesting. I
It
didn't
is
know
a
that.
it is a terrible game online if you don't pay to play.
So what do you not have if you don't pay?
Weapons, cars,
Oh.
houses,
All
Wow.
the stuff
all
you
that
actually
stuff.
need to get through the missions.
Yeah.
And like, so, it's theoretically possible for you not to be able to do sharp cards.
But that's
Yeah.
like super hard mode.
It's beyond super hard.
Because
mode.
people are coming in with fucking like supercars and like grenade launchers and like siloed nuclear facilities and stuff, and you're coming in with a fucking hoopty and a pistol, and you're like, what? You die as soon as you get.
It's not an over-exaggeration
It's
at
honestly
all.
literally that. That's exactly. You
I did
literally
not know
have
that.
nuclear silos if you have enough money. It's a terrible game now.
Oh,
And
that's so stupid.
so I'm already upset that they abandoned the single player campaign because of their love for money. I mean, who doesn't love money? Whatever. But now they're doing the same thing with Red Dead. And they've already said it, like, oh, it's going to be microtransactions. We're going to add on to the story, blah, 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 all this stuff. It's going to
Damn.
be fucking terrible. So
Well, I
I'm
think it's good
excited
old
because I feel like
days.
it's still going to be a good game, but it's going to be half of a good game. And I fucking hate that.
Oh,
Damn.
So
yeah.
Didn't-
It's if you're lucky to get 40, maybe 50% of the actual content
Yeah.
without paying for it.
And I don't mind paying for
Wow.
DLC. Like, I don't mind paying for cosmetic DLC. I don't mind paying for extra activities after the game is over. Like, a great example is The Witcher 3. Like, I haven't played it or finished it, but I know for a fact that it's a complete game in and of itself, and the DLC is like another 2 games. Like, it's like full complete games that have
That's
nothing to do
what
with the main story.
DLC should be.
It should be
It should
absolutely
be.
that.
It should be like the extra sections of the
Yeah.
map you haven't explored.
It's like, oh, if you like this, like, play some more of it. Don't be like, oh, if you like that and you want to finish the story, pay more.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, Destiny 2.
Oh,
Or even Destiny 1. Like, Destiny
God.
1.
I want it. So I saw something on Reddit today about Destiny 2, and usually on the Destiny subreddit, it's a fucking firestorm. It's just a fucking people are mad
I
about this
believe it.
game.
Oh,
But
quick side note.
side note,
It's doing so bad, it's on sale for $10 right now.
is it really?
Oh,
Oh shit!
yes.
So,
Yeah.
but so on the subreddit today, people were very pleased with some of the changes that they're making. Like little changes, as much as like holding on to the edge when you're
when you,
like on a
like when you
cliff, you
jump or
fall
whatever?
off, or you're like doing a puzzle or something like that. They added that feature, and people are ecstatic and super happy.
This
about
game is amazing. And it's so like, okay, so
It's because it's something they weren't getting before, and they were
now-
complaining
and
about.
now they have the privilege of paying for it to get this thing.
Yeah,
So
because it was a part. I think it was a part of the DLC. They released
Oh,
it with
I'm
the
positive.
patch
I'm
of the
positive.
second DLC of Destiny 2.
so
Wait, so they released it at the same time, or you had to buy the DLC to get?
I am unsure of that.
Okay, gotcha.
so I played Destiny 1. I got Destiny 1 when it first came out because oh, this game looks awesome. It's like a squad based
It
shooter.
was amazing.
It's like from the creators of Halo. This is gonna be dope. The story looks amazing. It was Peter Dinklage doing the narrating and stuff.
Yeah.
Ruined all of it.
Did
it
you
was.
find out it would come up short?
I think actually they replaced him with someone else.
They
Yeah,
even
they-
replaced
They
him.
replaced Peter Dinklage in like the,
He was terrible.
Once
It
they
was
start,
half. No, Peter Dinklage was Ghost in the first game, the first game's DLC, and then they replaced him in the second DLC of the first game.
Yep.
And the whole second game, he's not even mentioned.
Yes.
That vampire came from the moon.
Yeah.
It was like completely uninspired what he was saying.
But I mean,
like,
it's
he
like-
did not care.
It's hard to be like because
Oh.
with Destiny 1, the story was locked behind all these like grimoire cards or whatever. So it wasn't like you were playing through the story. You're just doing random ass missions and you pick up cards that kind of tell the story as you go along. So there's no like really engagement. And on top of that, the game was already terrible. It got good on the last DLC. They released 4. So at that point, it was $30 a DLC. So you're paying all that money to get to the
$120 to get to a good game.
get to the good game, and then they're like, it's over. Destiny 2. Destiny 1, when they were marketing and everything, was like, oh, this is a 10-year game. You're going to be playing it for a long time. We're going to add stuff all the time. Canceled that. Destiny 2 is now out, obviously.
And then they're going to come out with Destiny
So
3.
$60 and $30 every time.
Every couple of months.
Yeah.
And like it did get good because I played again.
Or
I got the
Buy the $120 version right out the get-go.
but you can't do that because
Yeah.
they don't release it till later.
Yeah.
So you're better off just waiting
Pre-order.
until it's $10.
Yeah.
So Destiny 1 got good, and then they removed all of that in Destiny 2. Like all the good stuff that
Yeah.
made the game good at the end, they're like, who wants that stuff? And now they're slowly adding it back in, and you have the pleasure of paying for
And
it.
I won't
all over
lie,
again.
I still put in a good amount of hours in
Me
Destiny
too.
2.
Oh, not Destiny 2, not Destiny
I
2,
bought
sorry.
Destiny 2 on release. And
You fucked
with,
up.
with both the expansion pass for both of them. I haven't played the second one yet. And I mean,
fucked up.
I enjoyed it because it was fun, something to do, but I'm not playing it anymore because I was fucking bored.
I don't want to pay fucking $30 every couple of months for shit that should have been in there already.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes.
Okay.
I am excited for Doom, Starfield.
Starfield.
Really?
From
Yeah,
I don't.
it's a Star. What's the
Not Star Citizen.
Grayson? What was
it
the
says
Star game?
Citizen. Oh,
No,
it's
he said
Starfield.
Star Citizen.
Starfield.
Kick you in the
Star,
shins.
Star Citizen is a bit older.
Well, Star Citizen still isn't full release yet. It was
It's still-
it was in like
it's-
super alpha,
Yeah.
then kind of alpha, and then beta, and then now it's getting closer to release.
It's Bethesda.
It's-
What's the
yeah,
Star
it's
game?
Bethesda. Starfield.
We don't know anything
Starfield.
about it, but
Star
it's
made.
Star.
I'll
It's a
kill
it's a,
everyone.
it's a completely new IP from Bethesda. It's a new game. We don't know anything about it besides it's space-based adventure,
I
Yeah,
love
space-based single player.
comparing.
space-based single player.
I love comparing new IPs to what do you do? I like comparing new IPs to the way Blizzard's new IP
Overwatch.
took off. Yeah, because I went to BlizzCon when they announced Overwatch.
Oh, damn.
And it was in fucking insane. And so whenever a new developer like Bethesda, they do their same shit recurring, Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed every fucking year.
Yeah.
But when they come out with a brand new IP, I'm watching.
I
that
love
shit.
I love new IPs. I
Yeah.
love new fucking games.
This is
I didn't know about
Bethesda's-
Bethesda's though.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it last week, but I didn't know deeply what it was.
Yeah, it's well, no one does yet, but it's their first original IP in 20 years or
Yep.
something like that.
Holy
15,
heck,
20 years,
something like that. Yeah.
That's a long time.
And
Yeah.
people are speculating that it's the link between Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
There's no
Ooh.
way.
That's what some people have said.
It would have to be
Nah.
Elder Scrolls to.
To Fallout.
Yeah, right.
That's what I just said.
No, you said Fallout to Elder Scrolls.
Well, okay.
I meant it's a link
whatever.
between
I
the
mean,
two
I'm
games.
going timeline wise, right?
Okay, so yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? It
But
could
you're
it could be
just
like a pulse,
generic link.
like
general
like
link.
maybe it's gonna be like
I don't think it would be.
I have
I'm
no idea.
complicating
That's,
this shit
I've
out.
just
That's-
heard
that sounds.
And I don't play enough of either of those games to know anything about the lore, so I have no idea. I just
Okay.
heard this. I'm putting rumors out there because that's what people like. They like the rumors. So
All right.
that's what I heard.
All right.
Oh wow! It's the first new Bethesda IP in 25 years.
Holy heck! They hit. What anniversary is that? The silver one? I don't know.
20 years is it silver?
25 is
25.
silver.
Yeah.
Of what?
50 is gold.
What are we talking about? Anniversary
Years,
like
yes.
So-
things?
They
Of stuff.
when you're married for that long, they have every 5 years. There's this anniversary, the wood, the silver.
The wood one? I feel like I'd get divorced just because it's called the wood one.
Yeah.
Well, wait until you hit paper.
Is there really a favorite one?
Yeah, 3.
Oh, Papers 3. I don't know what I'm at.
That's why I was making fun of it. But yeah, so all right.
All right.
Is there anything for?
That's my E3 wrap up.
That's your E3 wrap. You're not excited for like Tales of Vesperia, the JRPG, Tales of Vesperia remake,
I'm excited
Wait.
for
not
Ghosts-
remake,
Hold
just
on.
redone.
Tales of
Vesperia.
not asparagus. Okay.
Tales of Vesperia.
Tales of asparagus.
It sounds like Sausage Party, but in game form.
The Tales of asparagus.
I'm excited for fuck. Come back to me. I had it in a second.
Ah.
There was some other game I was excited for, but I can't remember right now. So let's move on.
We technically have like 20 minutes left. We could just talk about our security stuff and make. We could still add the security tag to this podcast if we want.
No, actually, we should talk about the California ruling.
We should.
I feel like that's a really good segue.
Yeah.
Because games in California, whatever, they will go together. E3 was in
True.
California.
There's a lot of developers there.
E3 was in California. California.
Silicon Valley,
ruling.
right? Buzzwords.
Awesome. Satchel, do you want to?
All right. Well, so there was a bill that was coming up in California, and it would have been the strictest law in the country, basically bringing us back to where we were, before the fuckhead with the giant mug screwed up net neutrality. So the Senate approved the bill with all of its parts intact last month. I'm reading in part from Ars Technica, an article on Ars Technica. Your Ars Technica. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in live stream right now,
Thank you,
just
sir.
like that. Who doesn't love linking?
Fucking
links?
copy paste. Awesome.
Yeah. But basically, when they so a state assembly committee's Democratic leadership removed key provisions in the bill, which normally I would say womp womp, but
Womp womp.
that guy,
Not
Can't do that
anymore.
but
though.
that guy's a fuckhead. So, but anyway, the upshot of it is, as amended, the bill still has bans on blocking or throttling lawful internet traffic, and a ban on paid prioritization. So that part's good. But one amendment eliminated a ban on ISPs demanding payments from websites or online services in exchange for access to the internet service provider's end user.
It has a ban on that.
Well, it
it was-
eliminated that ban.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, and there's a reason why a Miguel Santiago would have done such a
Santiago.
thing. And according to votesmart.org, go ahead and do some copy pasta for you right there, just like that. This gentleman has received approximately where'd he go?
90,000?
From the communications and electronics industry, he has received $82,358.25.
That fucking quarter, man.
I know. That's what pushed him over the edge.
I mean, that's a whole game. Well, not anymore. I
Not
take it
anymore.
back.
If you go to like a classic arcade,
It's 50 cents.
yeah, that's true.
It's
So,
goddamn price gougers.
right?
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Both price gougers. So, one could think that maybe it does have the implication that maybe this guy receiving money might have swung the thing, and it might have maybe. I don't know that there's a correlation between the two, but you give someone $80,000, they could do it, they could not.
They might do some stuff for
They
you.
might.
All I know is if you give me $80,000, we're getting into the realm of weird stuff
Yeah.
that I'll do.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. So so basically, the strongest net neutrality in the country got tanked for $80,000, and that's all it took.
Was eviscerated.
Eviscerated, if you will.
So now in California, ISPs can block or demand payment from providers.
So right. Let's say I set up Satchel's internet TV sac
.net.
.net.
Okay.
Right.
.sac.
.sac. There you go. Now, and they say, all right, so if you want access, the ISP could say, all right, well, if you want to be able to have your stuff on our network, then you're going to have to give us a bunch of money. And Netflix can do this, but Satchel's Internet TV Sac.net, thank you. I would not be able to pay that.
You can't afford that.
I can't afford
You
that.
can't afford that.
Right. But Netflix can.
Ugh.
So here we go.
So we're blocking out a lot of potentially blocking out a lot of competition.
Yeah.
By limiting who has access, because a lot of smaller companies can't pay for that. They can't pay for these fees.
Yeah.
It's really fucking shitty.
Yeah.
I wonder, and this is only in California as of right now, right?
It's only in California.
Well, California's
that
the
even
only ones that tried to fight it.
Right.
Yeah.
And they went.
This is still gonna happen.
They
to
went. It's
all
gonna
the
happen. It's
states.
gonna happen everywhere.
Yeah.
But like California's like the first one, and they went really hard.
Yeah.
And
So
they still got nowhere.
do you think this is like setting a precedent for what's gonna happen in the rest of the
Yeah,
country?
one to watch would probably be New York. Is the next one to fall.
I could see that, like large metropolitan
Right,
cities.
right. So New York will probably be the next one. They have the next strongest one to California.
Oh,
And-
net neutrality.
Yeah,
laws?
net neutrality.
Okay.
Or the recognition of rights. It's not so much it's in law, but they recognize it as rights online that they
As it should
so the
be.
next one should be to watch would be New York. Same people who funded what's going on there and the effort are funding it in New York, and it's going to go along those lines. The kickback, what I've heard is like, if you can't compete with Netflix, you need a better venture capitalist. It's like just get more money.
Get more money.
Right.
Oh, get more
It's
money.
like-
That
it's
has
like-
actually been, I would say, the predominant response that I've
Argument. Get more money.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, that sounds very likely what they say to other people is like, oh, you're poor? Just get more money. Don't be poor. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right. You tell people a better idea, right?
Right.
Obviously, your idea sucks because you can't get enough money to compete with Netflix,
Right.
It's like,
or
yo,
Google, or
just-
YouTube, or Twitter, or any of those,
It's
right?
like, oh, you don't have $1 billion in the bank? Be better. Just get more money and pay them.
Right.
Fuck you, dude.
How do you think these other guys did it?
They started in a much less competitive
You think,
net
right, yeah,
space, right?
yeah.
Like it wasn't we weren't so inundated with all the services and whatnot we have now.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a foothold if you're not already part of one of the major companies or like partnering with them.
Right.
Do you think there will ever become a time again where
When the internet is not so like
not even
compacted
that, just like anybody could, make their own thing?
with PiperNet,
The fuck is that?
PiperNet,
Yeah.
Piper, sorry, Piper Internet
Well,
from Silicon Valley.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you see it?
even with distributed technology, you still have to have a platform that people can interact with.
Yes.
And that's what's actually missing is like, Twitter is the platform. I mean, 40% of people who use the internet
Yes.
use Twitter in the United States.
Facebook.
Right.
It's fucking huge.
It's huge. And you're not going to chip away at that. You're not going to have any effect on that. There's a lot to the fact that these very narrow number of companies, 5, maybe 6 companies in total,
Yeah.
have this locked down. You're
Locked
not
down.
entering into this. Microsoft, Yahoo, Amazon, not so much Yahoo anymore, but Google and Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter.
You're-
They have all those locked down. You're not entering into those spaces.
You're not coming into the social media world and going toe to toe with Facebook,
Right.
Ever. I mean, not
Or-
for single
or Twitter.
future. Or Twitter.
Or Instagram.
Or
yeah.
and who's going to compete with Amazon?
No one.
Even eBay can't compete. The original sales
Online store.
online
Right.
store
Can't do it.
can't do it.
I mean, even Google, and I think this is because there was a lot of fuck ups on their end, but even Google couldn't compete with Facebook in the social media realm as far as
God.
Google Plus.
It was so
Yeah.
terrible.
They did so many things wrong, in my opinion. But I mean, even with all the resources that Google has, the engineers, the money, all of that, they couldn't even compete with Facebook.
Yeah, it was about the money. It was about being able to make a interface that people were able to navigate
Yeah.
and be able to exchange ideas
Yeah.
in a method that they were familiar with.
Yeah,
they changed that methodology of how you and I would relate on Facebook or
Right.
Twitter or those kind of stuff.
They were trying to be different.
Right. They try to change the methodology, and people don't like that. They don't like how they go about doing their thing on a computer.
They don't want they don't want to be like swiping one day, then all of a sudden it's like a whole new interface, and like,
Right.
I don't know what this is. And
Right.
people are going to leave. If
Right,
it's too complicated,
exactly.
they're not going to use
Right,
your thing.
right.
If you're like, oh, I'm going to be better because I'm different, it's probably the wrong way to go about it.
We use the worst keyboard probably for high-speed typing.
Oh, yeah.
But I type fast as fuck.
Are you looking
is
at
terrible.
any other keyboard? Are you trying to learn some other type of touch
I
typing?
tried.
Absolutely
I
not.
tried.
Did you try
And-
Dvorak?
Yeah,
Dvorak.
I tried.
Is it hard?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, look, it's only hard because
you're so
I'm so used to QWERTY.
right.
Like,
Right. And it's so left-hand
Yeah.
powerhouse.
So dominant, yeah.
It's a left-hand powerhouse, and
That's what they called me in high school. That's
right,
weird.
left-hand powerhouse. Yeah, yeah,
Weird.
yeah. It's amazing what they talk about in the bathrooms. But you're seeing the same thing with all these. It's like
Yeah.
we're using terrible services terribly
Yes.
because no one else can compete in this market.
And as far as ISPs having all of this power, which is fucking disgusting in and of itself, but I've been saying this for a long time, and I feel like people don't take me seriously, but I really believe that porn companies need to start making ISPs.
They do. They're fucking-
Well, they're already jumping in with the VPN.
The VPN.
They're-
I mean,
they-
So
they
they're
got-
jumping
they
in with
got-
the
they got-
VPN,
who's
saying
in it?
you'll be able to do it.
And
Pornhub,
we need
right?
Pornhub has their VPN.
yeah, so
and
why
I think-
are they the ones doing so much? For
they have the money,
industry?
they have the bandwidth, they have the disbursement.
They can go toe to toe with any other company.
Dude.
They're one of the only ones that can. I mean, you don't think so?
They have that much?
They
No,
have
they're crazy.
so much money.
They
Really?
decided
Pornhub
what our
specifically,
last
too.
4 media types were going to be.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Porn decided what our last 4 media types were going to
No,
be.
absolutely. I just meant Pornhub in and of itself.
They have
Well,
a lot of
Por-
clout.
Pornhub
They
is
could
like-
do a lot of shit.
Pornhub's like a part of a larger conglomerate. I think Pornhub's at the top. Maybe it's one of the ones
yeah,
that like
'cause they got like all the
they've got
other-
like hundreds of companies under them. You know, like
Yeah.
they've got Pornhub, Brazzers.
Yeah,
whatever
if
the
you
ones are.
want
Yeah.
on the porn network, you got to
You got
talk to
them.
them, just like if you want on
Yeah.
the real network, you got to talk to an ISP.
Absolutely.
They are literally the porn ISP.
Yeah, so pretty much, if you're gonna shoot porn in California
Or here.
you or
We are-
or
we
here,
are the
true.
new- we are
we're
the-
the new capital. Yeah,
yeah, we're the new
because they
porn
moved
capital.
from Florida and California.
Yeah, it's all
here.
down Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
What's that now? I'm gonna need that later. Yeah.
You have to go through them. Like, it's not even a factor of you want to shoot.
Well, there's a lot of legal loopholes that you have to
Yeah.
jump through, and they already have all those boxes checked.
Secure.
They're done.
And so
Yeah.
you can go to them and say, "I've made a legal video. You can distribute this legally,
Yeah.
and within the United States, and you can get it done."
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so really, what they have done is basically kind of like streamlined how to legally make adult videos in the United States.
They've got the power of the capital and the know-how to compete with the ISPs and other companies. It's like
And these sites are never down.
ever
1/3 of the internet traffic goes to these sites, and none of they are never down.
There has never been a day where I was like, oh, never mind, let's move on.
Yeah, you've never had to say that. You've
I've
never had to say
I've never had to say, fuck, Pornhub's not up. Never once.
ever.
Yeah.
It's
They will launch their own satellites to make sure their shit's up.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's happened to fucking Google. It's happened to Facebook.
It's happened to Twitter. It's happened to
every-
everybody.
everyone.
Yeah.
Amazon's been down.
Amazon's been down. Never
Never.
Pornhub.
How often are you going?
Hey man, that's a
Often
conversation.
How often
enough.
are you
That's
not?
the only answer.
That's a conversation for off the
He,
podcast.
he has a digital girlfriend he can talk to into getting this stuff on demand.
You know, I gotta do what I gotta do when I gotta do it. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
And if
Sometimes
they're
you
down,
have
that's
to
a problem.
Yes, but I do think
They're great for the industry.
they're great for the industry.
Yeah.
They are. I don't want to say the wave of the future, but they will set a lot of change in the future because I feel like it's financially good for
They
them.
were top donors in net neutrality fighting.
Yeah.
Like they fucking care.
They care.
Yeah.
And it's not because they don't care only because they're like, shit, we're gonna stop making money. No, these people legitimately care. If you follow Pornhub executives on their social media accounts,
Yeah.
as far as I can tell, they care.
They give a shit.
They're like really
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah.
You always hear people like they say, "Oh, well, I didn't go on any porn site." No porn site distributes any type of virus ever.
That's
Ever.
the
Never.
funniest thing.
Yeah.
Ever.
The best thing I heard, it was like one of those memes side by sides. It's like Pornhub. It's like virus fucking free. Goddamn recipe websites that your mother goes to.
That's right.
Yeah.
Virus ridden.
Right, because
Yeah.
it's third
Infested.
because they allow third party
Yeah.
unqualified third party links on their site.
Yeah. They're
I
not
was-
categorized.
Right.
They're
I
just
was on a Linux device, but I went to a European banking site,
Uh-huh.
and
Dirty money.
and one of their third party links was infected.
Compromised.
It was compromised.
Jeez.
And if I'd been on a Windows machine at that particular time, there was nothing to prevent it from taking over my box.
Ah, jeez.
And it was a banking site in France. And
Jesus.
That's so
Well,
sad.
hey, if you guys want to be safe on the internet, just go to porn sites. There
That's
you
right.
go.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you,
That's
no,
your-
you
they're
should
there for the money. You're
fucking
there for the
use-
money.
Use Pornhub's VPN.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's
Use
a great
their
idea.
That's right.
VPN
If,
service.
Yeah.
Use their VPN. Yeah, you know, if you want to be virus free,
porn.
And it's fast.
It is.
fast. It works
It's
really
not-
well.
They didn't release a shitty fucking product.
No.
Yeah.
They did some good shit.
Yeah.
It's I don't want to say surprise you because I'm always impressed with like the work they do, but like that's a really good thing.
So the consensus is we love porn.
We
okay?
love porn. You heard it here first.
The
We
internet
love
is
porn.
for
Porn.
every day.
Burn.
Porn.
All
You're-
day, several times a day. It's starting to hurt, but we just don't care.
You just keep powering through it. Nice. So,
So,
go ahead. Sorry.
well, I do just to bring it back because we are running a little short on time, but just to bring this back full circle to Mr. Santiago, the guy that screwed this up for everybody. If you do live in the Los Angeles area, and you are currently registered to vote, there is an alternative. On November the 6th, Kevin Hee Young Jang
Okay.
is running against him.
Okay. Okay.
Is that
So-
the guy that was the gun smuggler?
I have no idea. Never met the man. but I know he's running against the guy that just screwed up the best chance we had for net neutrality.
Lesser of two evils. I mean,
Which doesn't always work that well.
it doesn't work that well ever, and I feel like if that's what we're down to, then you're fucked already. So you have to find alternate routes to fighting the shit that's happening.
But at the very least,
very least.
But what I'm saying is, at the very least, you can send that asshole home.
Yes. I mean, do what you can when you can. At the very least, get the worst person out of there, and then work to get around the other stuff later.
Yeah, you need to set that as an example, I think. You know, you do something like this is what's going to happen. I think that's a really good political, as the public reflecting on politics.
Yeah.
And, you know, somebody does something that detrimental to everyone. You know, he didn't do it to one person or two people. He did it to everyone.
Everybody, yeah.
All right. Well, it's about that time.
We're doing the lightning round?
doing the
Or
lightning
we
round.
can keep going. And
By the way, we didn't do a lightning round.
we didn't do
Did
a
you
lightning
not?
round.
But we could do it this week.
We've
have 4 minutes.
We've got like 500 shows. Never miss a lightning round.
And we fucked it up last week,
fucked it
so
up.
we could do it this week.
Fucked up.
Combo breaker.
We broke that shit.
All right.
Do it.
So if you have been watching the Greynoise podcast, if you're not aware, the lightning round is where we read you headline articles, give you a tweet-length opinion of the article, and then we implore you to do your own research afterwards if you're interested in the topic. Good?
Who wants to go first? I'll go first.
I'm going to read the article, so Zenify is going to go first. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
I am
You ready?
You
Good.
betcha.
ready.
This is from Ars Technica.
This is from rstechnica.com/tag/security. I don't think this is the right link, but
It's not. We used a different one, but I couldn't figure it out, so I linked them.
I mean, we're making it work. First thing, a host of new security enhancements is coming to iOS and Mac OS.
Is there still a fight amongst the tech community that, Mac is way better than Windows in terms of viruses and
Security
malware?
through obscurity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
That's still a thing.
For Mac?
Sure.
Oh.
Like, are they still the least hacked device?
You got 15% of the population out there. Nobody's interested in trying to find you.
Yeah. When you've only got a 15% user base, nobody gives a shit. It's too much work.
Yeah.
For too little payoff.
When you're talking worldwide and what you're going to hit,
Especially enterprises?
Right,
True.
right.
Shit.
you know, you'd probably be more successful just fishing these guys into buying new sneakers every 6 months.
Yeah. And I mean, also, no one's buying their grandma a $2,000 laptop. You know, you're gonna get a cheap ass.
Except for me. I'm balling it. No, I'm not
Hey,
doing
well,
that.
hey, man, you got it. Fine if you got it. But I feel like you know, because of that, they're gonna whatever. You know, stuff happens because everyone has one. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
What about you?
Just basically, all 1,000 owners are extremely grateful.
But you know, in all
But,
honesty,
yeah.
in all seriousness, I thought that iOS was really good. Well, Apple as a whole was really good about patches and security updates and stuff.
They are significantly better than Android just because of the fragmentation that happens in Android
Yeah.
and the fact that you're reliant on the carriers to do that update. You know, you can have the same exact Android phone on different carriers, and it'll be at different patch
And
levels.
you're fucking
and
3 patch levels apart. And
right?
everything.
Yeah, and it's just a monster to keep up, and it's really crap. And that's why you stick with all your
Yes. The
Pixels.
Pixel devices.
Pixel
They're
devices
straight from Google.
nowadays,
Because
and-
now they have the Android One program where they have those cheap phones that go to third world countries and whatnot. And what I've read about a lot in third world or like less well off other countries is that they don't like patching or upgrading phones because that causes a lot of breakage and people aren't going to get them fixed. So they just leave it at wherever it's at, and then it works until it doesn't work.
Right.
And it's cheaper for them in the long
They
run.
just hope for the best.
Yeah, they're not paying for tech support. They're not paying for any of that stuff. They just let it go.
Right. But Apple does really good with the security. They have a good idea about what security should be.
Right.
I think they have a good mindset for that. I don't think it's perfect, but I think they have a better one
Definitely not
than
perfect.
the majority of.
Like tech company, like big tech companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. Next article. New speculative execution vulnerability strikes AMD, ARM, and Intel.
Oh, so fucking all of them.
Speculative execution. I can talk.
I think it'll
It's just
work.
a new processor execution
Is
capability.
this
It's guessing what's going to happen next. That's what speculative execution is. We believe that the next process is going to entail these items.
and then we hijack those items
So
or
it's-
something?
Pre-hacking?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, precogs.
So, speculative basically means it's prefetching what it believes is going to be
Yeah.
the next possible thing that you are going to take an action on,
Okay.
and that's where they're injecting that. We're going to see this. It's all over all of the x86 chips and x64 chips. And until they redesign that and redesign the firmware that drives those, we're going to see this. And we're probably talking 3 to 5 years before we start seeing a decline in this stuff coming out. And these attacks are going to get worse, and they're going to become way more destructive.
Yay!
You heard it here first, folks. Jesus, what? False. My words, man.
In German.
My words, man.
I don't think that's German.
Tomato.
Yeah, mine was. I think it'll work. Speculative.
Speculative. I get it. You're clever.
Right around.
Clever guy.
Next, as the web moves toward HTTPS by default, Chrome will remove secure indicator.
Who said that we're moving to HTTPS by default? Like, is
Chrome
that
did.
That's a Chrome thing.
is it a Chrome forcible thing? Like, you don't need an add-on for it anymore? Or?
No. Like it's like so. What I think this means is that it's gonna by default assume all sites are HTTPS, and if it's not, then it'll display a non-secure indicator.
Yes, right. So basically, all they're doing is reversing the flag.
Yeah,
So
pretty
right
much.
now, you get you're secure if
You
you're
get the green
secure
lock
because
and all that
it was a unique item. Now that the unique item is unsecure, they're changing the flag to be, hey, you're unsecure.
Okay. I was worried there for a second. I was like, I
It's a
doubt
sensible
every
move.
fucking vendor is like gonna the whole web is moving towards it. They're not gonna fuck.
I mean, but with what is it called?
Let's Encrypt.
Let's Encrypt and all that stuff. There's no reason people or sites shouldn't be secure now. At the very
well,
least, no.
I mean, Let's Encrypt.
what do you
isn't-
get? 30 days now.
But you can set up an automatic bot renewal, and you never have to think about it again for the most part.
Yes, yes, you can.
I mean, you need to stay conscious of it and all that stuff. But yeah, like it's not a huge. And I mean, running one command every 30 days for the security of for some slightly increased security of your website. I feel like that's not too taxing.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. But
if you're not even doing the minimum,
But
why would I want to go to your site?
the amount of fail that's wrapped up in that right now is Let's Encrypt.
Really,
Yeah.
I've used it quite a few times, and I've had success.
A lot of the sites that have started out with Let's Encrypt have been not following up on that. And
Oh, like they
have
just let it go.
They've been having some trouble following up on that. And
Sounds like they've got some bad sysadmins, and they should give me a call.
There you go. What you could do is like make a scraper that had
For
all the,
any site that had old
yeah,
security?
just start
Emailing them?
Yeah, that's right. Just
They'd be like, hey, I see your search kit's out of date. I can fix that for you.
I'm Doxy. I'm a fix man.
I'm Doxy. I'm the fix-it guy.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
it.
I kind of want to do this one because
Go for
I
it.
broke lightning round rules and I was curious about this
You
article.
read the goddamn article.
I read it and I'm kind of mad now.
All right, go ahead.
So
Lay it on.
the title is Microsoft claims to make Chrome safer with new extension. When you read that, you think Microsoft's trying to make Chrome better. I
Started
read
out
this
bad, got
fucking.
worse.
I read this article and they literally say Microsoft justifies the new plugin with references to blah 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 that claims that the company's Edge browser will block this. It's not about Chrome. They're not making Chrome
It's just trying
safer.
to redirect you to get
It's
Edge.
trying to. They say it several times, but Microsoft believes it could do better than Google and release it with Edge browser, Windows Defender plugins. There's nothing fucking about Chrome.
Wait. Microsoft made a plugin for Chrome.
No, they-
that is an Edge advertisement.
Yeah, they claimed that they made a
Oh.
plugin better for Chrome in the title. I don't know if this is clickbait like
That's-
galore, but when you actually read the article, it's nothing about them making a fucking
Like Chrome
better
making
plugin
it.
for Chrome. It's about them making a plugin for Edge.
That emulates Chrome.
Yeah,
Or is
or
it,
it- no,
it just
is
makes
it a
probably just
plugin
makes-
for Chrome that basically advertises
no,
Edge?
there is no plugin for
There's
Chrome.
no Chrome
That's
plugin.
just the title. They're-
Microsoft didn't make a plugin.
No, they're just trying to get you to go to the Edge browser.
What tech writer got $80,000 to write that?
Yeah.
Peter Bright.
Oh, what
Oh
a
my
what a
gosh.
fucking.
He
Jeez.
covers Microsoft programming and software development.
figure.
And he's based in Brooklyn, New York. I'm so angry with this article.
They're like, hey
Wow.
Pete, we got a story for you. He's like, I'm ready.
Is this why we stopped going to Ars Technica? That is clickbait.
Oh, because we were
as
going to
shit.
ZDNet.
Oh, we were going to ZDNet. That's what now you fucking
Damn
think
it,
of
Chen.
prick.
My bad. All right. Intel,
Man,
Microsoft. This is the last article.
Yeah.
Intel, Microsoft to use GPU to scan memory for malware.
It's how Microsoft uses GPU.
Oh,
I mean,
well, hey, now I got something
guess
else.
if they're mining Bitcoin with it, they could scan malware for it. I don't know.
Now I got something else to blame my shitty Overwatch rating on.
Malwan.
So this doesn't mean much to me unless it's hijacking your GPU in inopportune times, which sounds like a very Microsoft thing to do.
Yes.
That sounds like a very Microsoft thing
they,
to do.
They are well known for this.
It's
Hey, you should update to Windows 10 right
it's like,
now.
It's like, hey, I see you're running a lot of processes right now, but it'd be can I do some stuff right now?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm gonna do it anyway.
I got an update for you.
I got an update
How about
for
an
you.
update?
Yeah, you're running your GPU at like 99.9999% because, you're right in the middle of an Overwatch game.
Yeah.
And what happens? Hey, you should do something for Microsoft.
Update time.
It's like
This happened during my TF2, Team Fortress 2 era of gaming.
See?
Yeah.
I'd
Right
be
there.
playing that game, and then it's like, why is it laggy all of a sudden? What is happening? I go, look, fucking Windows Defender is like, I'm going to shit on you right now.
That's right. I'm going to come out there and make sure you're safe while you're playing your game. You got nothing else going on. You're not going to the internet. Obviously not going to any porn site because you're doing your thing, right?
You're gaming right now.
It's like I see you're like playing a game. Now would be the best time to
That's
scan
why.
for malware.
That's why
Yeah.
AVs, like just any antivirus system, started incorporating the game mode in their thing. It's like when you list some set of executables like Overwatch.exe or something, for example, the game or the AV will see that and they'll go, "Oh shit, you're fucking gaming right now. We're not going to scan your
It's
shit.
like, have your
We're
fun,
not going to
bro."
ruin your experience." But Microsoft's like, "Nah."
This is important. We're going to do this right now.
Yeah.
We see you're using a lot of CPU there. It's too bad something might happen to your game if you did.
It's like, what's that? You want to install updates? I got you. God damn it,
You
Microsoft.
obviously need an update to your video driver because you're using a lot of
Dude, I
GPU
hate
right
it
now.
So much.
I can't.
Oh.
It's happened more than once, and I can't fucking stand it. Like I'm in the middle of a game, and it's like, let's restart. No, cancel. Sorry,
Let's not.
No canceling.
Yeah.
No.
Restart right
There's
now.
no aborting
Machine
anymore.
restarting.
There
Machine
isn't.
restarting.
By the way, if you pull your cable, we're gonna ruin your OS.
Oh, God.
Well,
Anyways,
that brings us to the end of the lightning round, which brings us to the end of the show. We've run out of time, but not out of shit to say,
Yeah.
as Chin would say. I did it.
what other outro stuff is there? It's
I don't remember.
well, we're still located at 1075.
We haven't moved since the show started. We're
American
still here.
Pacific
Listen to the
Drive.
last episode if you want to know.
Sweet C. Just go to our website. We're at Greynoise.
greynoise.se.
that
I
place.
could do this.
GREY.se. I was.
He can actually do
Friday night at 7:30 Pacific at the Sin Shop. We are located at 1075 American Pacific Drive at Sweet Sea in beautiful Henderson, Nevada.
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 eating tomatoes.
And I am, of course, Michael Ockhertz.
I'm Doxy.
Zetify.
I'm Vic.
Have a
Good
good
night,
night.
everybody. And also have a good night.
Have a good week.
I mean, you can have whatever kind of night you want. I don't care.
You do you.